Hi, everyone. This is Sabrina Dami with your 13 Now update on this Tuesday afternoon. It is May 9th, and we begin with some breaking new details from the Schoharie Limo Trial. It's been a pretty eventful day there so far. Dan Levy is there at the county courthouse one more time with us this today. And Dan, it's been quite the day there already with a lot of things happening with the jury.
Indeed, it has been a very busy, eventful day. Even if there had been no trial testimony at all, Sabrina, this was crazy, really courtroom chaos, if you will. When the day began, we had two alternate jurors. Let's just say we're down to one alternate juror because early this morning, apparently one of the alternate jurors showed up for court stoned. The judge immediately declared that juror unfit for service and then went on to address the entire jury. He said to them that showing up for court after smoking marijuana is intolerable and it's appalling. Right after that happened, one of the other main jurors called in sick. Well, the judge got her on the phone and by speakerphone spoke to her. The woman claimed that she went home sick from court yesterday. She's asthmatic, and she said she went home coughing and she couldn't breathe. And the judge offered her a chance to come back to court with an inhaler. She said, "Yeah, I'm happy to do that, Judge, but I can't come today. I'm too sick." After hearing that, the judge dismissed her. And so now we're down to just one alternate juror.
There was
testimony is continuing. Chad Smith, by the way, New York State Department of Transportation inspector, is on the witness stand right now. On top of that, on top of the jury situation, once again, Lee Kinlan, for the second day in a row, requested a mistrial. This coming after witness number 5 for the prosecution yesterday turns out to be a convicted felon. Well, apparently the district attorney, Susan Mallory, never informed Kinlan about that. And Kinlan said, "Well, Your Honor, there's got to be a mistrial." Well, instead of calling the mistrial, Judge Lynch said, "We're going to stricken all of his testimony from the record," and he ordered the jury to disregard any of his testimony. And that's where we stand right now. Chad Smith has been the lone witness today. He's still on the stand right now. And he's actually the fellow who discovered that limousine up in Saratoga County. And he's the one who detected many defects on it. And that's what he's testifying about right now.
Boy, we could talk for hours, I feel like, about just what happened in the past couple of hours over there. And just so people can get an idea of this, Dan, Chad Smith was on the stand when the day ended yesterday. So this is, I guess, showing just how much of a delay this was because of everything going on with the jury, that he's still on the stand now at 2:00 in the afternoon on day 2. I think we may have just lost him, unfortunately. All right, we're going to let Dan Levy go. I think we've lost him. That is a tough area for cell phone service, especially with a lot of people there covering what's going on there. So we thank Dan for stepping outside the courtroom and giving us an update on a lot of the situations going on over there. And Dan, I see you back with us now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know what you were able to hear and what you weren't able to hear.
So we did hear everything that you said regarding what happened there and with Chad Smith on the stand. If you can still hear me, Dan, I just wanted to get your take on, you've covered a lot of trials, I know, in your years. At what you witnessed there today, where does this rank in terms of just how unique, I guess, this has been over there for you?
Well, it's certainly not unusual to see jurors drop.
All right. Unfortunately, we've got a bad signal with Dan. So Dan, if you can hear me, we're going to I guess take you off the feed here so you can get back inside. And again, Dan Levy, thank you so much for giving us an update. If you're just joining us, one juror was dismissed at the Schoharie Limo trial this morning. An alternate juror dismissed as well due to 2 different reasons. The judge saying that one showed up after smoking marijuana, the other complaining of some health problems. And of course, testimony continues there today. So we'll get an update from Dan starting live at 4. Another story we're following today, new details on the man accused of causing the standoff at Albany Medical Center in late March. That man is now facing more serious charges. Stella Porter is here in the 13 Now studio with us. You've got the court papers in your hand with those new details. Stella, what have you learned?
Yeah, Sabrina, a number of new charges coming down just ahead of his court appearance tomorrow. Dino Savoca is now charged with second-degree murder, attempted murder in the first degree, and criminal possession of a weapon. So these three charges are all related to that Albany Med lockdown on March 27th. That second-degree murder charge related to the death of his mother, Rosemary Appel. We here at 13 were first to report that she passed away one day after he was barricaded inside that hospital room with her for hours. And just a little bit of information that came out in the first court hearing. Detectives got on the stand and testified that she was slumped over, appeared unconscious, but was still alive when they got to her after that barricade lockdown situation where her son is alleged to have barricaded himself inside her room. So now this murder charge is connecting him directly to her death the following day. Also, this attempted murder charge in the first degree has to do with the gas stove that he allegedly left on in the trailer that he shared with his mother in Albany. It alleges that the victim of that attempted murder was a police officer performing his official duties, showing up to investigate that crime as the situation over at Albany Medical Center unfolded.
Yeah, that's a new detail that you have found in these documents. The piece relating to his mother, Stella, really starts to paint the picture of what happened inside that hospital room. I know we covered it extensively the day it happened, but there were a lot of missing details as far as what was going on and why did this hours-long standoff happen, and some pretty tough to read details in there.
Definitely. And never before have we had a solid connection between what happened and her death, other than, of course, knowing that she was 97 years old, already experiencing some health challenges in the hospital. But this is offering that look into the fact that investigators will connect the two definitively.
Stella Porter here in the 13 Now studio with us. Stella, thank you for that update. Again, those new details we're learning. We will talk with you more starting live at 4. Let's get a check on your first warning forecast now and bring in Chief Meteorologist Paul Cayano. Paul, people are loving you this week. I mean, every week, but even
it's a week-to-week thing. It's a week-to-week thing. I get it. It's just the nature of the business. Last week, at the bottom of the list, and this week maybe closer to the top. It's just the way the weather pans out sometimes, right?
You're very understanding of it, but yeah,
I try my best.
Another beautiful day.
Can't get by any other way. Hey, you know what? Something unique is going on. We've got some wildfire smoke that's been coming through. I don't know if you were so busy yesterday. I know you noted the winds, but if you looked up, we had sort of a milky, sort of filtered sunshine. And that's because of some wildfire smoke that had been moving through. Nothing close by. You could see here on the visible picture, and this is just a snapshot. If you were way up in the sky and you look down on Earth, this is the cloud cover you'd see, or in this case, some of the smoke drifting through the capital region from that little thin band to the north. And this is going to be going on for another couple of days. This is why. We'll expand the view. The wildfires are way out. See the word Edmonton? That's Alberta province in Canada. There's a bunch of wildfires there, and the smoke is getting caught up at jet stream level and then coming all the way down into the capital region. And that's why we have a little bit of filtered sunshine. The yellow you can see is where the heaviest smoke concentration is. The fires are way out by Edmonton, but you can see that streamer from Hudson Bay all the way into the capital region in orange and yellow there. That's where we see wildfire smoke. So just another factor today. It's not as bad as yesterday. You can see more blue in the sky here in Saratoga Springs, and it's up to 61. A little bit of a breeze in the air today, lower 60s now. I think we'll wind up getting into the mid 60s for daytime highs. So a little bit cooler than yesterday, which was a little bit cooler than Sunday on the backside of that front. But the first warning live Doppler is free and clear of any rain. So it'll be a dry afternoon, dry through the evening as that system down near Washington, D.C. shears off to our south, and that means a couple more days of dry weather. So this afternoon, pick out your time. You got stuff going on late afternoon, mid 60s, not bad. Plenty of sun, some of it filtered, other fair weather clouds moving through. But the hour-by-hour forecast going into the next few hours will show generally clear skies. And by the way, the North Country tonight might see a frost. So in all of this gorgeous weather, if you put some stuff in your garden, maybe have some potted plants outside and you're in Washington, Warren, northern Saratoga counties, Bennington County, maybe bring that stuff in or cover it up tonight. It'll be close enough to freezing to get some frost. Now, tomorrow looks good, a lot of sun, maybe a passing shower on Thursday, but I'm thinking generally dry. And you can see temperatures go up from here, 60s today, 70s Wednesday, Thursday, even up toward 80 on Friday. We'll keep the rain chances small as there'll be isolated showers. And right now, Mother's Day looking great with sunshine and clouds mixed, dry, and highs near 70.
Mother's Day looks wonderful. And the rest of the week, Paul, looks great for those training runs. You can get out there and
Yes.
run without it being too hot.
I know you enjoy doing that so much.
Yeah, I know you've been working hard at it too. But you noted the chance for frost in some spots tomorrow morning. And I think after how warm it's been the past couple of days, I guess more where we're supposed to be, it was a little bit of a shock this morning getting up early, walking the dog. It's still chilly in the morning.
Yeah, certainly. We get these cool nights and nice afternoons, really beautiful spring weather, and it's a lot easier to take when you are out there in the morning and you know it's going to be 65 or 70 in the afternoon. And, before long, you could shed that light coat.
Exactly. And you know the kids with the coat, right? What they're supposed to do after they do that.
Make sure you bring it home with you. You don't want to
Bring it
leave it in the
home.
locker.
My daughter did that yesterday. Paulie, thank you so much. We'll see you live at 4.
Gotcha.
So I want to go give you an update on an event that's just wrapping up at Empire State Plaza. This is the annual New York State Police Memorial Ceremony, the Remembrance Ceremony for fallen officers. Take a look. This event taking place at Empire State Plaza. As you can see, dozens and dozens of members of law enforcement there, a big crowd. Governor Kathy Hochul addressed the crowd, and they also talked about how many officers, unfortunately, we have lost recently. So this is just wrapping up right now. We will have an update on the information we're learning from here starting live at 4. That is your 13 Now update on this Tuesday afternoon, May 9th. I'm Sabrina Dhami. We'll see you on air with the very latest starting live at 4. Thanks for joining us.